On today's show, we are visiting beautiful Parkersburg, West Virginia. And boy, what a great trip and a lot to see. Personally, I got to see the Henderson house, which was built back in the 1800s. It's a beautiful home with a lot of antiques and things from that period. And then we rolled over and took a ride on the stern wheel and came out to the Hassett Island. And boy, I'll tell you, if that's not enough, well, we were in downtown Parkersburg and checked out Parkersburg Brewing Company. And boy, I'll tell you, you think our craft beer trail is good in Columbus? You got to come down and check that out. Renee, what did you find?
Well, thanks, Mike. Well, we are having a ball here in West Virginia. We've been visiting Parkersburg, and I got to tell you, there is so much history there in greater Parkersburg area, as well as shopping, dining, and now we're out visiting the state parks, and it's absolutely gorgeous out here with so many outdoor activities. I'm Renee Joseph, and along with Mike Kilburn, we are out and about Columbus.
Well, before we start our great adventure of this river town, Parkersburg, West Virginia, we talked to Mark Lewis from the CVB. He gave us some great reasons why you should make Parkersburg, West Virginia your destination. Well, Mark, good to have you back on the show again.
It's good to be here.
You know, traveling to Parkersburg, why is it a great destination for people to travel to?
You know, there are really three things: location, attractions, and amenities. We're only 2 easy hours away from Columbus, within 3-hour drive of most of Ohio. We've got great history and heritage attractions here. We've got abundant outdoor recreation opportunities. And once you're here, we have a wide variety of hotels, including a beautiful historic hotel in downtown Parkersburg. And we've got great shops and restaurants to enjoy and round out the experience. So all those things together make us a great destination.
So what's the main history of Parkersburg?
Well, the main history and heritage attraction here is Hassett Island State Park, and we're going to be out there today. We also have Henderson Hall, which is one of America's finest and most complete historic homes. We've got Julianne Square, which is West Virginia's largest residential historic district. We're an old river town, and we'll see that today. We'll see that reflected.
And that's exciting. It really is. It's exciting to come to Rivertown and take a look around.
Yeah.
So I guess finally, is there any other attractions that really stand out in your mind?
Well, you know, we've got other history and heritage attractions. We've got the West Virginia State Oil and Gas Museum that does a great job of telling the story of Parkersburg in the early oil and gas boom times, the early energy economy of America. We also have Fort Borman. We were there the last time you were here, up on the point, the overlook of the Ohio
and
the Kanawha River. Oh, it's a great view. So there are a lot of other things to do as well.
All we need to do is get these folks in their cars from Columbus, get them down here, motorcycles, whatever, just get down to Parkersburg, right? Give us some contact information.
GreaterParkersburg.com. That's your ticket to everything that we'll see today, GreaterParkersburg.com.
Well, I'm excited to go explore.
All right.
So we took a stern wheel over to Hassett Island State Park. And this is where Craig Piles told us all about the island, what you can do here. You can have a lot of family fun here. Well, Craig, good to have you in the Hassett Island State Park on the show.
Well, I'm glad you guys came down.
So tell us what's unique about the island and what people are going to find here.
Well, our island's accessible by the stern wheel boat. So when people come to visit, they always have to look forward to the stern wheel ride to the island, to and from. Also the island, we have a recreation mansion that was built in 1800, but this is the recreation. The original burnt in 1812.
Wow.
But it's furnished with period furniture. We have original pieces from the Hassett family that's in there too. So as a tourist, we have different opportunities here on the island. We have our paid docents, which is a big word for tour guides. It's $5 for the tour. $8, you can take a wagon ride around the island. And also, if you come to the island, it's a great place. You can get out and about, just enjoy nature and have a good time.
Now, they have rental bikes here as well, right?
Yes, you can also rent a bike and ride around the island.
So, Craig, what about events here on the island?
We have special events all throughout the summer. June 13th, we're going to host the Ohio Village Muffins. They recreate 1860s baseball. And then our signature event is Mansion by Candlelight. We turn off all the electricity on the island. The island is lit up by candlelight. We have fire baskets and torches so people can see and navigate the way. We have period costume volunteers portraying guests at the Hassett party in the early 1800s. Okay, the island also hosts a dinner that evening for guests. We have a servants party where guests are encouraged to get involved and sing and dance along with the music.
Well, Craig, give us a website where we can check things out down here and where the island is and get more information.
Okay, our website is BlennerHassettIslandSP.com. On that site, you can book your tours in advance. Also book the boat ride so you can guarantee and schedule everything. The island is open Tuesday through Sunday. We're closed on Mondays, except for Memorial Day and Labor Day will be open.
Yeah, fantastic.
The first boat comes at 10 a.m. Last boat goes off the island at 4:30. I recommend you come early so you have time to just relax, don't be rushed, and enjoy everything we have to offer.
Yeah, what a fun trip. Craig,
Yes.
thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Well, we stopped by Henderson Hall here in Parkersburg, West Virginia, and you'd be amazed at some of the history that you're going to find here. The Henderson family actually played a major role in local, state, and federal government. We talked to Randy, and he told us more. Well, Randy, good to be at historic Henderson Hall.
Well, it's certainly wonderful for you to be here as well. So,
Well, Randy, tell us a little bit about this. Why is this called the one-of-a-kind historic treasure?
well, we're not really sure where that phrase came from, but it certainly is appropriate because when you walk through the hall, all 4 floors of the hall, you'll notice that almost all the furniture in this home, in fact, practically all of it, actually is a piece of Henderson history.
Well, what role did the Henderson family play in local and state and federal government?
Locally, the builder of this hall was a member of the House of, he was a member of the committee that founded West Virginia.
Wow.
And he was at the Wheeling Convention, a member of that. We actually have his traveling desk upstairs that he took with him to and from Wheeling during that time.
Well, what plans do they have for Henderson Hall going forward now to make this a great tourist destination?
Well, what we're trying to do here is to obviously do a lot of advertising and let people know, but we also are building things to display a lot of the artifacts that have been hidden in barns and hidden in outbuildings and things like that.
Well, we're going to leave it there, but give us some contact information where we can come and see Henderson Hall, enjoy some of the great history here.
Well, Henderson Hall is located just outside of Williamstown on the way to Vienna on Route 14. But we have numerous events throughout the year here. And they can contact me at rmod2@outlook.com. They can call the hall at 304-375-2129. Look at our website. We have a very, very nice website that's put together by Stonewall Marketing. We have a Facebook page.
Parkersburg, West Virginia is filled with rich history. We're here at Julia Ann Historic District to find out more about this wonderful history with Julie. Well, Julie, welcome to Out and About Columbus.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us here in Julia Ann Square Historic District.
Yeah.
Tell us all about the history of this area.
Well, Julia Ann Square is in the city of Parkersburg, and it started right after the Civil War during the oil and gas boom. And many important people came into this neighborhood and built the finest houses of the day. About World War I, it was middle class to upper class people. And then once the National Register of Historical Places was formed, we applied in 75 and 76, and in 1977, we were accepted as a whole district in the Historical Society.
Well, let's talk about the architecture of these beautiful homes here.
This district has some of the finest Victorian homes in all of West Virginia. Across the street is the Chancellor Brown House, and it was built in 1878.
What are they doing to improve this area?
Well, there was a plan about 20 years ago that WVU put together on what we could do to restore or change or add. We were able to put lighting throughout the whole district with the help of the city of Parkersburg. We also put in these beautiful arches at all 4 corners of the district. We made the sidewalks safe, and we started some nice tours. Our main tour is our Christmas tour. It's our 20th anniversary of this tour, and you're able to go into 5 beautiful homes decorated up for Christmas.
Well, can you tell us about the historic Riverview Cemetery?
The cemetery started out as the Cook family cemetery, and the first person interned there was in 1801. And then they donated it to the district and became a public cemetery.
So much history. How do we find out more information?
Just go to juliaansquare.org and you'll find us and find out all information about this beautiful district.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Love your outfit.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out and giving us this great information.
Anytime.
Well, we stopped by the Blenner Hassett Hotel once again, and this place is absolutely beautiful. You're looking for great accommodations, first-class amenities, then you want the Blenner Hassett Hotel located here in Parkersburg, West Virginia. We talked to Adam Dotson. He showed us more. Well, Adam, good to have you in the Blenner Hassett Hotel back on the show.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you again, Mike, and it's great to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to be back. This library is absolutely beautiful. Give us a little background on this.
Well, this library, this is really a big part of our history. This became the library here at the hotel in 1985. The floor in here is the terrazzo lobby floor that was laid in 1944 and 45. The wall paneling is virgin longleaf white pine paneling that came from an 1870s barn that was being torn down. And one really wonderful thing about this room now is that it's a working library here at the hotel.
Well, let's head up to one of the rooms. Speaking of some great places to stay.
Yes, let's do.
So, Adam, tell us a little bit about the amenities and the different types of suites that you have here.
Well, we are a boutique hotel, and every guest room here at the Blenner Hassett Hotel is decorated differently. You will never see two rooms exactly alike. Now, this room that we're in today, this is actually an executive suite here at the Blenner Hassett Hotel. When you come in, you enter into the sitting area, and then we have the French doors that opens up into the luxurious bedroom, and off of that is the bathroom. And this suite here, actually, Hillary Clinton stayed in when she stayed here at the Blenner Hassett Hotel.
And I understand you had other famous people stay here, right?
We have over the years, yes. One of our most famous guests to stay here at the Blenner Hassett was John F. Kennedy.
What are some of the other amenities you're going to find?
Well, we have a lot of things to offer here at the Blenner Hassett Hotel. We have a full-service fitness center that is located on the 3rd floor, right off of the atrium. And it's really beautiful up there. We have the skylights you can see right up to the 5th floor on the 3rd floor. And we also have the beautiful garden patio downstairs off of the main dining room.
I remember that. It was absolutely
It's
beautiful.
wonderful in the summertime. And when permitted, we can have live entertainment out there.
Well, it sounds great, Adam. Give us some information how we can book a room and come down and enjoy this beautiful hotel.
You're welcome to go onto our website, which is www.theblennerhassett.com, or you're able to call the hotel at 304-422-3131 and speak to our in-house reservation manager.
Well, you know what? There's a lot to see and do here in Parkersburg and a great place to stay. Adam, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Well, one thing that's really great about Parkersburg, it has a multitude of outdoor sports that you can enjoy, from hiking, biking, kayaking to ATVs. And we learned it all from Mark Lewis about what you're going to find here. Well, Mark, good to have you back on Out and About Columbus.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's always wonderful to come out to Parkersburg. We really enjoy it. There's a lot of things to do down here. Let's talk about some of the activities that are available for people who have been suffering with the pandemic. They had a social distance and all that things, and this is a great place to do that social distancing.
It is. For people that are looking for outdoor recreation opportunities where social distancing is really easy to do, we have hiking, we have mountain biking, we've got some great paddling opportunities on lakes and creeks and rivers. It's just a really great place to come and visit if you like to play outside.
Yeah, no question. Well, I know biking and kayaking is one of the big things down here. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, mountain biking is really big here. Mountainwood Park is one of the best mountain bike destinations in the Mid-Atlantic. There's over 50 miles of trails in Mountainwood Park, everything from easy and beginner-friendly up to, white-knuckle, very narrow single track, which I don't attempt anymore.
Sure.
So great mountain biking opportunities, great hiking opportunities, and we have kayaking. We have lakes, rivers, creeks, lots of great paddling venues.
Yeah. I know ATV riding is getting very popular, and from what I understand, it's a great place to grab that ATV and bring it down to West Virginia.
It is. Out at Mountainwood Park, we have a ride-in, ride-out campground for ATV people. And that's one of the problems. Sometimes you trailer your ATVs in, then you have to put them back on the trailer and take them to the trailhead. At our campground out there at Mountainwood, you can ride right out of your campground onto the trails and come back at the end of the day. Very convenient.
Well, give us some places where we can learn more about this and come down and bike and kayak and ATV and do it all.
Sure. GreaterParkersburg.com. And we are the clearinghouse for all things tourists and tourism in the Greater Parkersburg area. GreaterParkersburg.com, or you can call us at our office, 304-428-1130.
Fantastic. Mark, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
One of the things that I love about West Virginia is the beautiful scenery and the countryside. And North Bend State Park has all of this scenery plus so many fun outdoor activities waiting for you. We talked to Steve, who told us more. Well, thank you for having us out to North Bend State Park. I have to tell you, it is so beautiful out here and a gorgeous day. Tell us all about North Bend State Park.
Well, hopefully it's a medium-sized park with fairly good extensive facilities on it.
Well, let's talk about some of the activities there are to do here. Lots of things. I've seen people biking. They've been bringing boats in. What can you do here?
Yeah, I think you've hit it on the head here. What we do offer is a range of activities and quite a selection of things. So cycling on a bike, single track mountain biking, the park's adjacent to a 72-mile rail trail. There's a lot of gravel riding. I know that's coming up big.
Well, let's talk about some of the events that you have coming up this summer.
This summer, so every day we're going to offer 4 or 5 programs, things that really focus on environmental interpretation. We have one we call Crete Cruise, where we get down in the creek with young people and explore. We catch crayfish, we look for different kinds of fish and bugs, and we talk about the importance of water quality with them.
People want to come stay up here, camp. Let's talk about accommodations, lodging, things like that. Tell us all about that.
Sure, there's a little bit of some choices there. Total of 77 campsites on the park. Most of our campgrounds right now have Wi-Fi access in them. Then our vacation cabins, 2, 3, and 4 bedroom cabins.
Well, tell us how we can find out more information about North Bend State Park so we can plan a trip up here to enjoy this beautiful scenery.
Sure, so we're on of course, our website address, northbendstatepark.com. And then you can also reach us through WV State Parks.
Such great information, Steve. We really appreciate you taking the time with us today and sharing it with all of our viewers.
Well, thank you. It's been my pleasure.
Well, if you're looking for some outdoor activity when you visit West Virginia, you've got to check out Mount Wood Park. They've got everything from bike trails to ATVs to camping, fishing, you name it, they've got it. We talked to Jeremy, who told us all about their park. Jeremy, welcome to Out and About Columbus.
Hi, thank you.
Well, thanks for having us out to Mount Wood Park, and what a beautiful park it is, I have to say. Tell us a little bit about Mount Wood Park.
Mount Wood Park is a county park located about 12 miles outside of Parkersburg on Route 50. The Mount Wood Park opened in the early 1980s, and it's about a 2,500 acre park with something for everyone. That's what we like to say.
So tell me about some of the activities that you can do while you're here.
Mount Wood Park has something for everyone. We have some of the best hiking and mountain biking trails in the state. We have people come from all over the state and the eastern United States to hike and bike on our mountain bike trails. The River Valley Mountain Bike Association has done a tremendous job on building and maintaining our trail system. So that's something that we're really proud of here at Mount Wood Park.
Now, when you come down here, where would you stay? Do you have lodging? Is there camping?
Yeah, we have a campground with electric, water, sewer hookups, almost 80 sites. So you can bring a tent, a camper, stay in the campground. We also have 2 full-service lake houses, fully furnished, so you just have to bring your clothes and your food. We have 2 primitive cabins at the campground, and that's by our ATV trailhead entrance, so those are really popular for the ATV users.
And I see you got a brand new playground out here. Beautiful.
Yeah, we have several playgrounds throughout the park. We have 4 shelters that are reservable, birthday parties, reunions, that type of thing.
How do we find out more information about Mount Wood Park?
We have a website, a new website at mountwoodpark.org, or you can call our office at 304-679-3611.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. What a beautiful park. I'm sure you're proud of it. Thank you for coming on and telling us all about it.
Thank you.
We're outside one of the old historical homes here in Greater Parkersburg. But Avery shared with us some of the great places to go, wonderful places to eat, and their great shopping. Well, Avery, welcome to Out and About Columbus. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's talk about shopping and dining here in the Greater Parkersburg area. What makes it so unique?
Yeah, Greater Parkersburg has many local eateries that are staples in the community. Colombo's Italian restaurant has been a family-owned, family favorite in Parkersburg since 1954. The North End Tavern is the longest continuously operated restaurant and pub in West Virginia, and J.R.'s Donut Castle has had the same exceptional recipes for 30 years. We also have eateries that bring something different different and fun to our town, like Mango Latin Bistro with delicious Caribbean food. We have Unity Cafe serving coffee and a variety of crepes, and Sham's Lebanese Cuisine, a family-owned business known for their outstanding customer support and authentic Middle Eastern cuisine. And Greater Parkersburg's shops provide a wide variety of unique, one-of-a-kind items with that quaint shopping experience you look for in a small town, like Scott's Marketplace. It's family-owned and they feature locally made items. We have Bullseye Antiques, which collects new items weekly for an exciting assortment each time you visit. And the experts at Woodcraft have the tools you need for your DIY handmade creations.
What do you have going on coming up for the summer?
Well, Greater Parkersburg does have events scheduled for 2021. But for those events that were canceled this year, they plan to come back bigger and better than ever in 2022.
Well, how do we find out more about the things to do here in Greater Parkersburg?
For the most up-to-date information, go to greaterparkersburg.com.
Wonderful. Avery, thanks again for sharing great information about Greater Parkersburg. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
If you're looking for a great shopping experience when you visit Parkersburg, West Virginia, you've got to stop by Mulberry Lane Country Store. They have everything from seasonal decor items to gourmet local food items. You'll find everything you could possibly dream of here. Tina told us more about everything this wonderful store has to offer. Well, Tina, welcome to Out and About Columbus, and thank you so much for having us out to Mulberry Lane Country Store.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for being here.
Well, Parkersburg, West Virginia, what a great place and what a cute store. You have so much stuff here.
Yes, we do have a lot of things, a lot of really nice items.
Well, I've noticed a lot of seasonal decor. Tell us all about what you have.
Well, we do. We love the seasons, the change in the seasons. So we delve heavy into it. Every time people come in, and we have a lot of repeat shoppers, they will get a different experience each time. If they come in, in spring, fall, winter. Sorry.
So
I skipped summer, didn't I?
You have it decked out for every season, I'm sure.
Yes. And of course, and we love it because, then the store doesn't feel stale ever.
Well, let's talk about some of your gourmet kitchen items because I noticed that yummy.
Yeah. So we do have a great gourmet kitchen section. We have a lot of West Virginia made food products. We have an oil and vinegar bar, so it has some flavor infused balsamic vinegars and extra virgin olive oils. Also, we do these wonderful gift crates, and we fill them with all kinds of food items and send them to people all over the country. Probably our biggest known name brand is Vera Bradley handbags. So we've carried them for 25 years at least, if not a little longer.
How do we find out more information about Mulberry Lane Country Store?
Well, you can go on our website, which is mulberrylanewv.com. But we also have a Facebook Live that we do every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. We just have all kinds of fun, and we have great deals and stuff like that. So if you just go on and follow the Mulberry Lane Facebook page, then you'll get a notification when we start those. And those are always just a lot of fun, a lot of giggles.
Oh, great idea. Thank you so much for sharing your wonderful store with us.
You're welcome. Stay as long as you want.
Well, we found an amazing chocolatier in Vienna, West Virginia, and this place has not only wine, coffee, and you would be amazed at how that can pair up with chocolate. We learned that explanation from the third generation chocolatier, Dominic Hall. Dominic, good to be here at Hall's Chocolate. This place is absolutely beautiful. I walked in, I was just amazed at what I was seeing. But you're in Vienna, West Virginia, so how did you get here?
That is a question we get asked a lot, and it's a question I used to ask my parents all the time. How did we end up here? But really, it was just kind of a strange quirk of fate. My dad was trained in Switzerland as a chocolatier and a pastry chef, and he and a friend decided they wanted to emigrate to the U.S. But just before he left Switzerland, he saw an ad placed in a trade journal by a local businessman here in the Marietta-Parkersburg area. Carl Broughton had a dairy company and wanted to hire a Swiss chocolatier and pastry chef. He worked for Mr. Broughton for the next 30 years and kept making chocolates really just as a hobby. When he retired, Hall's Chocolates was born as a retirement hobby for him, basically.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what people are going to find when they walk through that front door of Hall's.
One of the things they'll find is a chocolate shop that looks different from any other shop they've ever walked into. And I think that's really one of the things that makes us unique is the shopping experience. If you look around our shop, you'll see that there are chocolates displayed in glass columns. Each one has a description and a number. You can make your selections from there. We'll pack it with whatever flavors you like, so you only get the ones you want. But the way the store is laid out, it makes that process much easier. Lots of people can be making their selections at the same time.
Amazing shop and a great experience coming in today. Thanks so much. Give us some contact information where we can find you and learn more.
Sure. www.halls.com, HOLLS.com is the absolute easiest way. We offer free shipping or discounted shipping depending on the time of the year. We ship year round. A lot of chocolate places don't ship in the summer, but we absolutely do. Or you can reach us by telephone at 800-842-4512.
And what's your address here in Vienna?
Here we're at 2001 Grand Central Avenue. That's Vienna, West Virginia, 26105.
Well, we've all heard about the craft beer trail in Columbus, but maybe you ought to extend that trail and come down to Parkersburg, West Virginia. We talked to Dan Curtis, and he told us some great reasons to come down and visit the Parkersburg Brewing Company. Well, Dan, so good to be back at the Parkersburg Brewing Company.
Yeah, good to see you again.
You know, I said when I walked in, I go, this place is still the same beautiful place that I saw 3 years ago when I came down and visited you before. So let's talk a little bit about what makes Parkersburg Brewing Company so special.
I mean, I think what makes Parkersburg Brewing Company special from a business perspective is, we're a small business. We treat our employees like family. And I think another aspect from a brewery perspective is, we're the only brewery in West Virginia to have ever won a national or international competition.
Wow.
We're still the reigning champions with a gold medal at the World Beer Cup for our Cell Block 304 Brown Ale. Quality and consistency is key, and I think that's what's really been special for us from a brewery perspective.
Is there a favorite among people that you're seeing they really kind of gravitate to?
No, I mean, it's all about taste, right, and preference. We've got some really good IPAs, right, that our IPA followers kind of tend towards. Our brown ale that won the World Beer Cup's really good. Those that come in that are more used to domestic beers, we push them towards our blonde ale or our Hefeweizen, which is a lighter, less hoppy beer.
One of the things interesting about Columbus, of course, we have the whole craft beer trail in Columbus. Yeah. And a lot of folks we're craft beer country, and they love to try other places. And with us only being a couple hours away from Columbus, what a great place to come down and give a try, right?
Yeah, no, we'd love to have anybody from Columbus down. We get visitors from all over the country after our World Beer Cup win, and we love to see people from outside the area come in and, make a big deal out of them making the trip.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, give us some contact information where we can find you here in Parkersburg.
Yeah, so we're at 707 Market Street, downtown Parkersburg. www.parkersburgbrewing.com, and we've got a website. We're on Facebook. You can search Parkersburg Brewing Company on Facebook and find us either place.
Take that craft beer trail and extend it down here, right?
That sounds great. Yep.
Well, Dan, thanks so much for being on the show.
No, thank you.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our trip to Parkersburg, West Virginia. We had a great time, and we personally want to reach out to Mark Lewis, the Parkersburg CVB, and all the folks in Parkersburg that made this trip dynamite for us. We definitely appreciate your hospitality. We'll see you next week.